everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Terry Lynn McPherson. I'm outside enjoying the outdoors. We're finally going to look around and assess what needs done for the spring gardening. I'm going to be making plans, going to be going over everything. Right now I got to grab this wagon and pick up some branches from the old oak tree out front. So here we go. I'm bringing the wagon around. These want to ride? Do you want to ride, Smoochie? She'll probably jump out of it, but we'll see. Come on, Smoochie. Boo-boo. Oh, come on. Let's go for a wagon ride. I wish I could and someone would pull me. Well, actually, it's a little rough. It might be rough on the old bottom. Let's see here. Woo! We can get through the fence. Come on, Boo-boo. She's going for a wagon ride, too. I love it. I'll see you out front. I'm just going to start picking up branches right and left. Is kind of treacherous. This could have jammed into a window and broke it during a storm. Thank God it didn't. Look at all these branches. Good grief. I better get busy here, huh? Gee whiz. My husband will use this for kindling. Oh. Because the old hubby likes bonfires. We need kindling. Okay. Was the number one outdoor chore I wanted to get out of the way. Now we're going to walk around and look at some of the garden areas and assess what may already be coming up for the spring and what we need to do for spring planting so we can have a really good summer harvest. Here we have this strawberry patch, and I see they're coming up. The strawberries are coming up right and left, and they're spread out. And I also see some flowers coming up here. This is a perennial, and these are daffodils. Those are little daffodils that are. So far, that's all that's coming up here, and I'll be planting much more. I might try watermelon this year, but I like doing zucchini and some form of winter squash. This right here is more of a summer garden. I'll be raking these leaves, and I'll see what I can plant in the spring or early summer. But we have sweet potatoes we'll be planting. I'll buy those plants. I buy those plants from Oakland Nursery. And here's where I plant the sweet potatoes every year, and they do very well. I would like to clear out the ivy. I would love to do that this year if I have time, if I'm able to do it. So we can plant white potatoes also, and red potatoes, a variety of potatoes. This is just a good area to grow potatoes, I believe. I won't be planting anything here for a few weeks, but I know I need to rake this out real soon. These right here are okra plants that I harvested last year. I'm not growing okra this year. It didn't do as well as I'd hoped, and it's not something that we actually absolutely crave. My husband's not really into a lot of Cajun or Creole foods as much as I am. I did pickle some, and it was very tasty, but I think I'd rather use this and extend the corn, our little section of corn that we're going to grow. Right here is where we grew the corn, and it did very well, and we want more of that. So you have mega full sun in this area. So this is the area for corn. I think we'll just use all of this for corn, but I need to be pulling these out of there. I put in a late crop of carrots, and they're a smaller variety. Now this isn't any good, but you know what? These really are edible. Well, maybe not. If you're starving, but I'm not going to use these. They came out, they were uprooted, maybe by an animal, a squirrel maybe, but there's some that's still in the ground. I'm just going to leave them in the ground and see what happens. I'm thinking about just my husband loves cucumbers so much. We'll give them another shot, but I don't have the best luck with cucumbers, so I'll research a little bit and what nutrients to put in the soil to help the cucumbers. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And this is where I'll probably plant some cucumbers so he can have his pickles that he loves so much. We could just go buy the cucumbers at the store, but it's not quite the same. It's fun to grow your own, even if they do turn out yellow and deformed like mine did last year. Down here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some, let's see here, garlic coming up. Garlic plants I planted last fall. They seem to be doing very well. Looks like not all of them came up that I planted, but we'll get several cloves of garlic, which will provide quite a bit for my husband and I, family of 2. We love garlic on our food. We love very tasty food. This is where I'll probably plant lettuce. I'll probably plant lettuce through here, lettuce and kale, and some other areas too throughout the garden. So I'll be tilling this. But the only thing is there's some tulips that I planted, so I'll let these tulips come up first. And I'll see where the tulips are, and then I'll make, the soil seems to be very loose. I may plant in between the tulips, plant the lettuce and kale. Okay. See that we have pretty much some daffodils coming up here. They're going to be beautiful. This is where every year we plant our tomatoes. So this will be a later garden. We don't put until mid-May. I'll till it before that though. Probably early May, late April, early May for tomatoes and peppers. Okay, folks, that's all for now. That's all for now, folks. This is totally, possibly unedited, unfiltered if I leave it on this device, because it is an older device that is not compatible with any of the editing programs that I use. So I could transfer this to my smartphone. You may get a smaller version, almost like a vertical instead of horizontal. But there are flowers to the side of me that are coming up. Perennials from last year and some reseeders. So I'm excited about that. See if you can see that. I really want it to be an herb and flower garden. I really don't want to put any vegetables in this year. I have it previously, but it gets too overcrowded. Thanks for joining the dogs and me. Hey girls, Boo Boo, come on. Boo Boo says goodbye, everybody. Yay. Smoochie, say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. She does not like, she's very camera shy. Goodbye, everybody. I love you. I'll see you on the next one.